Amazing. Show of hands. Who here is Christian? Not me. Amazing. Any other faiths? Yeah, I think this is an amazing opportunity. I'm super happy to be here to talk about faith and finance from a Muslim perspective. I'd like to start off by saying I think it's amazing how God works in terms of when one door closes, another one opens. On Saturday or Sunday last week, myself and my wife is actually an AI entrepreneur. She has a background in architecture, and now she does real estate brokers in terms of automations and leads. I am a digital entrepreneur. I'll talk about myself in a second, but I just want to talk about how I got here. We were given a false opportunity last weekend. We won't name names, but we were told that there was an opportunity to speak to 18 to 25-year-olds about crypto and AI. And it turned out when we got to the event, because we travelled from Manchester today, and we travelled from Manchester to Birmingham for this event. We got there super early, we prepped, we got a videographer, and it turned out that it was little kids and their mums and dads. And the guy was basically promoting his book, really good book, on economics, but for children. Yeah, we were at the event for about 5 hours and never ended up speaking. Now the person who booked us actually booked Eunice, on a different event where it was suited for her because she obviously makes financial literacy content for children. I'd had a bad day and I thought, who can I go complain to? Let me go complain to my friend. And then it turns out there's this event here. By the grace of God, a speaker dropped out and I'm here speaking to you guys.
Alhamdulillah.
Also, I believe it's the first time in about 40 years Lent and Ramadan crossover.
Yeah.
It's a very spiritual time in the world, and I do think there should be more interfaith finance events, especially because you're all of the Abrahamic religion. This is actually a quote from the Bible. I typed in Grok, G-R-O-K, it's my favorite AI. What Bible scriptures that cross with the Quran could I speak to a mainly Christian audience? And this one resonated with me. Command those who are rich in this present world not to be arrogant, nor to put their hope in wealth, which is so uncertain, but to put their hope in God.
Ameen.
I'll do a little crossover with regards to this in a second. On Fridays, as Muslims, we read a chapter in our Quran. The 18th chapter is called Surah Al-Kahf, and there's a teaching in this a story where a rich man boasts about his perfect gardens and wealth, while his poorer friend stays grateful to God. This man is arrogant. Overnight, a storm destroys everything the proud man owned, and the lesson is worldly riches can vanish in a moment, and only gratitude to God lasts. A little bit about myself. I know I look young, but I'm actually born in 1995. I'm 31 this year. I was born in Jakarta, the capital of Indonesia, and in 1996, my father is a very smart man. He came from a poor background. He got a PhD scholarship to study computer science at Leeds Uni. And he was part of an 80s and 90s Southeast Asian immigration wave, where people from countries such as Indonesia and the Philippines, they got computer scholarships. And then after he finished his degree, obviously he got a job, extended visa, and then I changed my passport to British. What I'm very grateful for is, throughout my life, I've had a very unique relationship with money, in the sense that I always saw money as something that can be earned online via a computer. Even in 2026, a lot of people associate making money and building wealth with selling their time and with physical labor. Because of my father's background in software, I was very, very lucky at an early age to see my dad work from home. I know this whole work from home concept is still newish to us post-lockdown, but I was very, very lucky growing up to actually have my father around a lot of the times because he just worked from home on his computer. I have a tech background, so I'm an ex-industry web developer. I studied computer science. I used to do tech sales in Samsung and for Google. I have this relationship with money in the sense that I understand that money is something that can be earned online, and it can be something that is very, very scalable once you have something systemized and you can add value to the marketplace. Now, I'm here particularly to talk about cryptocurrency and blockchain technologies. I'm very, very fortunate to be an early investor in Bitcoin as of 2015. And when I was 23 years old, at 2018, I was doing all right for myself. At 23, I had nearly $40,000 to my name because I was an early investor. But guess what? It all got taken from me. It all got taken from me, not because I was a bad investor, not because I was a bad trader. It was because I didn't understand systems. I had all my Bitcoin in something called BitConnect. You guys can research this. It was one of the biggest crypto scams of all time, and the founder has still run off with hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars of Bitcoin to this day. Now, as you can imagine, when you go through something like that, when you go through such a big loss at such a young age, it can deter you from the path you were on, right? I started off trading currency pairs in 2015, back when there wasn't much information at all, and now there's too much information, and there is too many scammers. I actually dislike most people who promote cryptocurrency and trading because most of these guys aren't here for your best interests. I digress. I took a year out of the markets in 2019, and then in 2020 I got back into it. Really got back into it. You know how everyone had like their thing during COVID? My thing was just mastering financial markets. Now, there's a reason why financial markets offer an exponential return. I'll tell you this. There's something that people in finance, by the way, I've never worked in finance. I have no financial qualification. I'm what they call a successful retail trader. Just because I put my thousands of hours in the market and I'm now profitable. There's what's called Main Street. Main Street is the real world economy, right? Real world transactions, buying and selling things offline and online. And then there's Wall Street. The financial markets dwarf Wall Street. There is, I don't know what the number is, but there is way more money on the screens in Canary Wharf, HSBC Bank, Wall Street, running through these machines than there is real world transactions. And if you think about it, there's wealth accumulation, which is mainly earned through work for most of you guys, because most of you guys will have jobs, or through business. And then there's wealth retention, which is keeping the money. But financial markets allow you to multiply money. This is a concept that didn't exist during the writings of the Quran and of the Bible, right? Because there was no way to multiply money in a sense where you can buy Bitcoin or Apple stock, a digital asset low, and sell it high. You can even buy a digital asset low. When it goes up, you can take out your initial and you can keep the digital asset, right? This is a new concept. This is a much newer concept, which is even newer to the retail market because there is not much information out there. Now, I believe, as somebody who has profited from the market, by the way, 97% of people who try day trading fail. And I don't know what the exact stat is when it comes to retail investing, so more buying and holding, is actually still very low. So most people who buy cryptocurrency, they can't hold for more than 19 days. Most people who buy stocks with a large amount of their personal net worth, I forget what the exact stats are, but they usually can't hold that stock in their trading 212 account for more than 40 to 60 days or something like that, right? So don't quote me on this. Investing in undervalued assets early has allowed me at 30 years old to have time wealth for me to do what I believe is purposeful. So I'm an angel investor in a handful of startups. I spend a lot of time educating people and helping communities how I see fit. How much time have I got?
Let's say 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
I forgot to start the timer.
Okay, no worries. Okay, I do a free webinar every Sunday, 5 p.m. UK time. You can check out an Instagram called Mycelink, that's Mycelink. If you click the link in the bio, you will find 19 YouTube replays and the free Zoom link. I am most known in the tech world for founding a company called Blockchain Sensei. For a long time, we were the leading Black and Asian owned crypto education company in the UK. So if you type in the word Blockchain Sensei on YouTube, you will find hundreds of hours of free content. I do not sell a course, and not that I think selling information is a bad thing, but I actually make a full-time income through private portfolio management, payment processing, and a bunch of other stuff. So I would I would recommend this. They say it takes 10,000 hours to master something. I believe in the world of AI, you can actually master something in 6 to 12 months. I recommend the AI Grok, Grok. It's the best AI to learn about finance because it is connected to X and it has real-time data. What I recommend everyone do, I used to recommend people go to YouTube, but now I just recommend AI. Go to AI first. Don't watch YouTube first. Don't watch articles first. Go to AI first because you can ask exactly what you want. So I would basically have a conversation with AI such as, hi, I'm Janet, I'm 36 years old, have no investment experience, I've got £5,000 in the bank, and I want to learn about cryptocurrency. What can you tell me? Of course, you want to verify your sources. Do not just go with one person. Another bit of advice I give to everybody is you do not want to learn investing and or trading with anybody who hasn't lost it all and got it all back. The best practitioners in the world of finance are people who can tell you about their losses. I'm very fortunate enough to have made a significant life-changing amount within the markets, but I also lost an amount that would make people very, very sad. I'm very lucky to have lost that at a young age before I was married. And finally, I'd like to share a quick belief within our religion in Islam, and that's when you get married, half your religion is complete. And my wife is my greatest investment. Ever since getting married, I've seen my wealth multiply. I've seen things get easier. I've seen a lot of things get easier. She's helped me close big deals by just coming to dinners, smiling. So I'm a huge advocate for love, and we're currently writing a book called How to Find Your Soulmate in a Post-COVID Single Pandemic. So watch out for that.
Yeah, thank you.